Humans have always feared what they can't explain. Shadows in the woods, whispers behind your back, figures at the edge of your vision. But what if these fears aren't just in your head? What if something is really out there? Today, you'll hear stories about beings that exist between reality and nightmare. This is the fourth part of our journey into the world of mythical creatures. Each time, darker, weirder, and more terrifying. The first creature in our video is the Skinwalker, a witch or shaman who, according to legend, can take the form of animals or humans. Its true appearance is hidden. Withered skin, twisted limbs, and eyes filled with darkness. Skinwalkers are often described as distorted human figures with lifeless faces and strange, jerky movements. Sometimes they appear as massive beasts with unsettling human features. Their motions seem unnatural, as if something alien controls their bodies. Legends about skinwalkers come from Navajo mythology. It's said that only those who committed monstrous crimes and broke sacred life laws could become one, gaining forbidden powers. Most skinwalker encounter stories come from the deserts of Arizona, Utah, and New Mexico. Even today, locals fear traveling alone at night through these lands. Interesting fact, the Navajo people avoid saying the word skinwalker, believing that even mentioning it might attract the creature. In modern times, the skinwalker has become a popular figure in creepypasta, horror games, and online urban legends. Its image keeps evolving, but the fear it causes remains strong. But does the skinwalker truly exist? There's no scientific proof. Yet, in the dark, endless deserts where reality and myth intertwine, who knows who might be calling your name? Number 6. The Wendigo. It wasn't just born from folklore, but from the darkest parts of the human soul. Fear, hunger, isolation, that's what feeds it. The Wendigo is a tall, emaciated creature, standing between 10 and 13 feet tall. Its body looks stretched in agony, with gray-white skin, pulled tight over bones and fingers ending in long claws. Its eyes glow in the dark, and its mouth hangs open in eternal hunger. It's often shown with antlers or a deer skull as its head, a symbol of its animalistic nature. The legend originates from Algonquian-speaking indigenous tribes of North America. They believed that anyone who resorted to cannibalism during brutal winters would turn into a Wendigo, a spirit of endless hunger. According to legend, the Wendigo finds its prey and slowly drives them insane, making them feel fear, hunger, and isolation. Only then does it devour not just the body but the soul. Interestingly, in the 20th century, real cases of so-called Wendigo psychosis were recorded. Isolated people began to believe they were becoming Wendigos and begged to be. These incidents were documented in Canada. Today, the Wendigo no longer hides in forests, but lives on in films, games, and comics. It's no longer just a monster. It's a symbol of greed and lost control. Does the Wendigo exist in real life? Probably not. But its image is a strong metaphor for what happens when we lose our humanity. The next creature is one you all surely know, the Hippogriff. It combines the strength of an eagle and the power of a horse. The front half features the head, wings, and talons of a giant bird, while the back half resembles that of a horse. The Hippogriff looks majestic, but it can be deadly, especially if disrespected. This mythical beast first appeared in European folklore during the Renaissance, with its earliest mention in the poem Orlando Furioso. According to legend, the Hippogriff was born from an impossible union between a griffin and a mare, a symbol of the unattainable and magical. It was described as a creature capable of crossing oceans and flying faster than lightning. It's not just a mount, but a proud and noble being whose trust must be earned. Fun fact, Hippogriff never strike first. But if you approach without bowing, they might attack with sharp talons. These creatures sense fear and demand both respect and bravery. In modern culture, the Hippogriff gained widespread fame through the Harry Potter films. Fans remember the scene with Buckbeak, the Hippogriff that carried Harry over the lake. For many, it was the first time seeing this mythical creature brought to life. even if only on screen. But does the Hippogriff exist in the real world? Sadly, it's pure fiction. No natural creature shares its anatomy. But as a symbol, it inspires, reminding us that sometimes the impossible can feel real. The fourth creature in our video is the Boogeyman. He's the nighttime terror, hiding in closets and under beds, patiently waiting for children to be alone. The Boogeyman isn't a specific creature, but rather a form that embodies the fear of darkness and the unknown. His appearance varies. Some describe him as a shadow with long limbs and no face. Others see a thin man with distorted skin and glowing eyes. What matters is he terrifies before even coming close. The legend traces back to European folklore. Parents used to tell stories of him to make children behave or stay inside at night. Every country has its version of the Boogeyman. In Spain, he's a loco. In Germany, Gerard a man, and in Arabic cultures, Abu Kirker. He's usually found in dark spaces, closets, attics, under the bed. Places where a child's imagination fills in the gaps. That's what makes him such a universal monster. He exists in everyone's mind, but always looks different. Today, the Boogeyman appears in horror films, video games, and books. He's become a symbol of fear itself, irrational, internal. Where logic ends, the Boogeyman begins. So, does he really exist? There's no proof. But he shows up wherever someone faces their fear alone. Maybe the Boogeyman is just a reflection of what we fear most, ourselves. The next creature is shrouded not only in lake mist, but in mysterious stories. It's Ogopogo, a legend from Canada born in the depths of Lake Okanagan. It's described as a long serpent-like being with smooth, dark skin, a small horse-like head, and a curved body like a sea. Its length can reach up to 49 feet. The story of Ogopogo traces back to the mythology of the Silex people. According to their beliefs, a spirit named Navajo lived in the lake and demanded offerings to allow people safe passage across the lake. Over time, the tale evolved into the legend of a lake monster, later known as Ogopogo. The first official sighting came in the early 20th century. In 1926, a group of people claimed they saw a strange creature in the lake. Since then, dozens of eyewitness reports have emerged. Blurry photos, shaky videos, and mysterious stories. Interesting fact, Ogopogo is often called the Canadian Loch Ness Monster. In fact, there's even a statue of him in the city of Kelowna, a cute cartoon version that attracts many tourists. What about today? Some believe Ogopogo could be a large fish or a relic species hiding deep in the lake. Scientists, however, think most sightings are misinterpretations, waves, light distortions, or floating logs. Does Ogopogo really exist? So far, no solid proof, but who knows? Maybe one day someone will capture footage that changes everything. This creature is the strangest and most popular one. Siren Head, tall, thin, with a body resembling a decaying tree and instead of a head, two giant sirens, sometimes rusty loudspeakers. Strange sounds come from them. Static screams, radio chatter, and that's the last thing his victims ever hear. Siren Head gained popularity after artist Trevor Henderson released a drawing in 2018 which went viral. But the concept of a creature that lures with sound is much older. In ancient times, people spoke of spirits mimicking familiar voices to lure travelers into the woods. Siren Head is a modern incarnation of those stories. According to legend, he can mimic any voice. A crying child, a mother calling, or a police signal. It's as if he picks up radio signals from his victims' memories. He's about 33 feet tall and moves silently and quickly despite his size. An eerie fact, he has no face, yet he sees, no ears, yet he hears everything. Some believe the sirens are his eyes and ears. And his body, not organic, possibly metallic, possibly alien. In modern culture, Siren Head has become a full-fledged urban legend. He appears in games, short films, and kids tell scary stories as if he really exists. Does he exist in real life? Most likely not. But in a world where sound can be a weapon, the idea of Siren Head is more terrifying than any real monster. The final creature in our video is the Ningen. It seems to exist just to haunt our imagination. a massive white body, no face, long limbs. Ningen feels like it was born from nightmares set in Antarctica's icy void. The first stories came out of Japan in the 2000s, when fishermen claimed to see humanoid beings swimming beneath the ice. Since then, Ningen has become part of internet legends and forum lore. Descriptions say it's up to 98 feet long, pure white, human-shaped, but without a mouth, eyes, or expressions. Its story began with articles in Japanese paranormal magazines. Crews on research ships reported strange sightings, and one blurry photo supposedly showed the creature that sparked a wave of videos, theories, and even fake documentaries. What's fascinating is the total lack of proof. No bodies, no DNA, no clear images. But that's exactly why it's so compelling. It's said to appear in Antarctic waters, a part of the planet still largely unexplored. So, does the Ningen really exist? Probably not. But as a myth, it breathes, spreads, and chills, which makes it more real than you'd expect. That's all for today. If you like this video, put a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, you can watch our other videos. They are not less interesting. See you soon.